Hello everyone, this is editorial video for problem track 3 of code LNM 23. Let's quickly understand the problem statement. In problem statement we are given some folder which is only accessible after the allow function is called, and that allow function is in this program. You can open any one of this program, and in input we are given some single integer n, and we have to print 2n numbers which will be used as input by this program. And in this program we have to call this function allow access. This is the constraint we are given for n, and we have to output to an integer which will be used as input in the program. Now let's see what is this program we are given. We can simply copy it and paste it in VS Code so that it will be more visible. Okay, so this is the program we are given. This is the n which we are taking as input, and we have to print to an integer, and this is the length 2 to power n. This is not Zord, this is 2 to power n im. And then we are taking the array of size 2 to power n, and we are taking all the input which we have, which we will give as output. Now if the array I is not equals to 0 and array I not equals to 1, means if array I if array I is something which is not 1, and also and it is not 0, means it is something other than 1 and 0. It can be 2, 3 or something like this. Then there will be report breach attempt and our program will stop. Right? Now we are given this int true count equals to 0, and in each time we are adding some value from this function get zor up to into this true count, and we can call this function allow access when we have true count and 1 bitwise and 1 is 1, or it is some positive value, it is not 0. So this means tree count is odd value, then only the 0th bit will be 1, and we will get the and we will get the call to function allow access. Now let's see what this function is doing. In this function we are taking array, and we are taking this result. Int result false means result equals to 0 initially. After that we are taking zor of all the values, bitwise zor of all the values from index I2, from array index I2 and minus 1. That's what we are doing here, and now we are returning this result. Now we see that in this we are passing 2 to power I, 2 to power I. So first we pass 2 to power 1, then 2 to power 2, then 2 to power 8, such that it is less than or equals to n, such that it is less than or equals to 2 to power n, because I have taken it in power. If you will take them this as I, like it is 2 to power 1, this is 2 to power 2, this is 2 to power 3. We can do like this such that 2 to power x is having x less than or equal to n. So we are passing them like this, and we are taking zor of all the values, and we need this true count as odd number. Now let's see how we will do doing it. Let's say n equals to 3, then we will have the array having 2 to power 3, which is equals to 8 elements, like this 0, 1, 2, 3 up to index 7. We are having 8 elements. Now in the first call of this function we will take first two values. In the next call we will take zor of 4 values, and in the last call we will take 8 values. It should go like here, like it becomes, it are, these are just doubling their sizes. Now now we need this true count as 0, so we can think of a constructive approach in which we can take all the elements as 0. Let's say all the elements as 0, then XOR of all the elements of each segment, we will get 0 only. Now we can see if we will make this element as 1, then XOR of elements of all the segment will be 0 except this last segment, which will reach till this index. It will be only having 1, because XOR of 0 times or multiple times with 1 will always be 1. Like if we are having some odd number of ones, then XOR of them will always be 1. So that's what we will be doing here. So we will first print 2 to power n minus 1 zeros, and at last we will print a 1. So that's what we are doing. This is 2 to power n, and we are reducing ln by 1, and then we are printing 2 to power n minus 1 zeros, and after that we are printing 1. That's it. Thanks for watching.